Bonjour à tous. Hello everyone. Hope you are doing well. Welcome back all the adventure seekers to yet another spectacular and arguably the best location of our Namibia trip. The world famous Namib-Naukluft National Park. Yes, the same park with one of the highest sand dunes and the oldest sand desert of the world. Before we venture out in the wild, let me show you our eco room at Sossusvlei Lodge. We came here before as well in 2017. So we more or less know how the things work here unless it has changed dramatically. Another thing you can hear the barking of animals throughout the night in this area. It's such a different experience. The entire construction is so natural with dried woods. But inside, you will find enough modern facilities.
As this is a national park and a very famous one in Namibia, there are restrictions. We are staying inside the national park, so we can actually access the famous Sossusvlei at sunset or sunrise. Now the gate of the park opens at sunset or sunrise, means if you are staying outside, you can only enter the park at sunset or sunrise. And the Sossusvlei is around 60 kilometers from the gate, which takes more or less around an hour. That means if you are not staying inside, there is no way you can access those beautiful places with the best light possible. As far as my knowledge, there are 3 or 4 accommodations inside the national park, and that gets booked out well in advance. Like our one, we booked almost a year in advance. So piece of advice, if you're really planning to enjoy this place at the best light and the best moment possible without much crowd, it is important that you book in advance and stay inside the park. It is a little bit more expensive, but trust me, it is completely worth. Keep watching and you will agree with me. All right, time to hit the road. We are on our way to Sossusvlei. We have a very special plan today. We'll probably tell you a bit more in detail later. So now we will take this beautiful tar road for around 60 kilometers to go to the tar road parking of Deadvlei. Now after that there is 3 kilometers of sandy road, which is, I wouldn't say desert, but quite deep sand. So we will reduce the tire pressure, engage the 4x4 and get to the Deadvlei, the final parking. Now if you are not confident about driving on the sand, or if you do not have a 4x4, there is a shuttle service that you can take from the tar road parking till the parking of the Deadvlei. But do inquire about the last time of the shuttle service, because it does not operate till the sunset. It closes before that. It kind of sync its time with the gate of the park. So you don't want to get stranded there at the parking of the Deadvlei and come back those sandy road 3 kilometers walking. That's gonna be very tiring. So better to be prepared and informed about it. We reached the tar road parking. Now we will reduce the tire pressure from 2 to 1.5 and hit the sand. And finally, we arrive to the 4x4 parking of Deadvlei. Now from here, we'll walk 1.1 kilometer on the soft sand to reach the dry pan. So let's go.
You will find many natural rare phenomenon here. Actually, there was a steady flow of water from the river Toshab. But suddenly, around 900 years ago, the climate became very dry and the dunes cut off the Deadvlei from the river. The Deadvlei became so dry that even the trees couldn't decompose. And those trees are still standing tall, dried over 1,000 years. It's so fascinating to experience such natural phenomenon. So let's go and explore. Welcome to Sossusvlei. It is exactly how we left it in 2017.
Now I'm going to actually do something very, very naughty and probably also risky. I contacted the park authority to give me some permission to stay here after 2 hours of sunset, but they rejected it. So I got an idea. I wanted to take a time lapse of the Milky Way, and as nobody can enter here during the night, and we will be also the first one to come here tomorrow morning, I thought that why not just leave the camera here after doing all the setting and let the camera take the picture and I will pick it up tomorrow. Now, I have no idea how good this is going to be, or am I going to lose the camera. I have taken the old memory cards out, so I have at least backup. But there are wild animals. They can also kind of break the camera, or I don't know if somebody is sneaking in the park at night or not, poacher or whatever. But hopefully I will get something. Fingers crossed, and I hope I don't lose the camera. Let's see. Dinner is over. It was pretty good food, but honestly speaking, I feel a little bit concerned about leaving the camera in the middle of nowhere for the whole night. It is so far from here. That time with the adrenaline of having an amazing Milky Way with those dried trees, it looked like the right idea, but I'm not very sure. I am really scared about what I have done. I will definitely not sleep very well tonight. not sure it was the right idea. Anyway, good night, and let's see tomorrow if we can face the cameras back. Good morning. So we are already here on the way to Deadvlei. We started very early. To be honest, I'm pretty anxious about what I've done last night. Now, I couldn't really sleep very well. I would admit that. So we were said that we could start at 6 in the morning because sunrise is around 7:45, 7:40. So they said 1 hour, a little bit more negotiation. 6 was agreed. But we already started at 5:50. We're here. We didn't see any other cars. So seems like no human arrived. But not sure about animals. So kind of moment of truth. So let's go and find out what happened to the cameras. And as you can see, it's already getting brighter. The horizon is getting the golden light. Means a lot of people will come here soon. So I really have to go early and pick up the camera before anyone will see it. And this soft sand is not making the walk faster or easier. Anyway, I'm probably talking too much out of anxiety. Now, let's shut up and concentrate on the walk, get there and retrieve the camera. Shall we? This short walk feels like a very long one, and trying to go faster is not really helping. On top of that, this last part going up on the soft sand is slowing me down. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I can see them. Ooh la la. Both are still there. Okay. Moment of truth. Now let's go and pick them up and see what it has done all night. Ooh la la, they're absolutely epic. My god, look at them. The Milky Way is passing by the beautiful trees and the white pen. I think it was a good idea. If it was lost, it wouldn't have sounded like a good idea. But now it feels like I did the right thing. I can't explain you. I'm still excited. I know I'm keep on talking about the same thing. It is really, really stunning. Absolutely stunning. Wow. But you know what? I'm gonna do something a little bit naughty. I'm not gonna show you the output yet. I will wait for it because I'm gonna take some more time lapse like this, and then I'm gonna show you the output together. I think it will look much better.
Did you guys even realize that I was also there along with Abhishek? Oh god. He left me near the car and told that I'm very slow in walking and he can't wait for me. And he rushed for his camera. Now you know who is more important for Abhishek.
No. Of course you are more important.
No, not really.
Anyway, today we'll climb the Big Daddy. But it is very difficult with this big bag. So Priyanka will stay here and be the caretaker of the bag. Me and Ricky will climb the dune.
Yay!
Bye!
Bye.
So we'll cross this dried pen which has some vegetation in there, and Big Daddy is somewhere up there, this one. So it's quite far, will be a nice adventure. You can see a lot of people are climbing already, so we'll not be alone, even though when we came we had the first car here, but it's quite late now, so a lot of people came in, but should be fun. So while going towards the dune through this dried pan, I thought that I should talk about a common misconception that people have about this Big Daddy dune. People say that this is kind of the highest sand dune of the world, which is completely wrong. It is not really the highest sand dune of the world. In fact, it is not even the highest sand dune of the Namib Desert. It is still pretty high. It is 315 meters, which is quite high for a sand dune. but the highest sand dune of Namib Desert is Dune 7, which is close to the coast. And this is by far not the highest sand dune of the world. It is something like, I don't know, probably doesn't even come in top 10. But you know, marketing wins. You will hear a lot of people will tell you that, oh, we went to Sossusvlei and we climbed the highest dune of the world, the Big Daddy. Completely bogus. Finally, we reached the starting of the soft sand. And now we can clearly see the queue of people trying to climb the dune. We have taken our slippers off as this is the best way to climb a soft sand dune. Something that we learned from our good friend Abdullah of Oman. I didn't really want to climb this sand dune because it gets crowded. Too crowded for my liking. But I had to because I promised. Back in 2017, Ricky wanted to climb the Big Daddy and we felt he was too small for that. So we promised that we would come back and climb it together. And here we are. Oh my God, it's steep. And the soft sand is not making it easier. Ricky, give me some water, please.
Papa, how much water are you going to drink?
Little more, please, please. Oh my God, it's so steep.
Oh,
Feels so good. But I shouldn't drink too much water because that will make me slow. So, one sip and I go. We reach at the top of Big Daddy. Finally we made it. It was tiring. It's quite beautiful. The light is quite poor, which I knew already. And we have a lot of company. But it's probably alright doing it once. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. As expected, the light is extremely poor and, as I said before, quite crowded as well. So there is not much, at least from photography point of view, we can do here. So rather, let's go down and go to our next location.
going down is always the boring part of any climb. But let's make it a bit more fun.
Stop. You make it look too easy.
Going down is always easy. Going up is the problem.
Yeah, that's right.
I was going up like a dog. Going down. Fun. Come on, Mickey.
Our adventure to Big Daddy is complete. We just came down to the clay pan again. Now we will leave this Deadvlei area and go to Sossusvlei, which is also another dry clay pan, but there seems to have some underground water because there are some green trees there. Let's see what we find there, And there we can see Big Mama, another big sand dune.
I'm going to climb Big Mama.
Not really. I'm very tired. I will not climb any more dune. We will probably go a little bit up and that's it. So yeah, let's go to Sossusvlei and see how it looks. I wish to spend the sunset there. Let's see. We have 1 more kilometer to traverse before reaching the salt pan of Deadvlei, where Priyanka is eagerly waiting for us, diligently safeguarding our precious camera bag.
So, how was it?
Amazing.
Yeah, tiring. The view from there is nice, but the light was not. Welcome to Sossusvlei. And there is the Big Mama dune. You know, this place would have been amazing from a bird eye view. I actually booked a helicopter ride for tomorrow evening, but they cancelled upon me. They said that there is some problem with the helicopter, so they can't really fly. They looked for the parts, and this is gonna come from South Africa. It will take ages or whatever. What a pity. I would have had a great visual if I could have just flown above those dunes. Anyway, that's life. I can't change everything. So probably after some time, when the light will become a little bit softer, I will go up a bit more on Big Mama and try to capture some visuals from there. Let's see. Now that we still have some time of wait to get the best light, let us take the opportunity to go back in time and show you a little visual of some of the stunning roads and couple of amazing lodges where we have spent our time on our way from Spitzkop to Namib-Naukluft National Park. Enjoy the wilderness. Unfortunately, the evening is spoiled with a massive sandstorm, so we will call it a day and see you all tomorrow morning. Good morning. Today is our last day inside this national park. And as always, I waked up early and went outside and did some photography. I took some tripod-based videos as well, but I did not really move around and talked a lot because it is extremely windy. So I was kind of covering the wind with the car and sitting behind the car with the tripod and taking the pictures. Now before we continue, let me show you those pictures because I feel they are spectacular. The last place that is remaining inside this national park is the Sossusvlei Canyon, but you know what, we will probably not go there. We have been to that canyon last time, but it was not really the best. It looks nice at golden hour, but if you look at all those sand dunes and all those other locations that is there inside the park, and you have to choose because you do not have infinite number of days, I would probably drop going to the Sossusvlei Canyon, and I would definitely not go there during the daytime because it looks really awful with a lot of shadow and highlight with the sky blowing out and all these things. So in general, if you just want to take a round, fair enough, you can do that. I did it last time. But one thing that is very interesting in that canyon is this picture. But for that, you have to go there at night. Now that I showed you the picture, I should probably talk about a funny story about this picture as well. Last time in 2017, when I went to that canyon to take this night shot, because I was there at the day, I looked at the alignment of the Milky Way, I thought that it will be very interesting to take a picture with the canyon and the Milky Way. So, as usual, I went into the canyon at night, set the tripod and everything. As soon as it started getting dark, there were like animals barking all over the place, the cheetahs and hyenas and everything. I got really scared. So what I did is I left the tripod and the camera there. I came back to the car and told Priyanka and Eric that come with me and help me taking the picture. Now, Eric was very small that time, like 7 years or something. So what we did is that, I know from my Himalayan experience that if you create a lot of noise, the animals don't come close to you because they feel like there are bigger animals there or whatever. So we kind of stayed like 3-person looking at 3 direction to watch for eyes and all these things, kept the torch handy so that we can put the very high beam torch if animal comes in to scare them off, and keep on shouting all the time, hey, oi, oi, ay, ay, oi. It was so funny, and then it's like I quickly took some exposures and just came back. But isn't it worth for this image? What do you think? I think it is. That's it. Our time inside this national park as well as the beautiful Sossusvlei Lodge is up. But we are not leaving Namib Desert. Not yet. We'll go to a nearby resort which is called Le Mirage. It's a castle. You heard me right. It is a castle. Seems like a French castle that was renovated to a resort. Now, we have a balloon ride planned tomorrow morning, which is just next to the resort. But it is extremely windy today. Now, if it stays like that, the balloon ride will get cancelled. We had the helicopter ride planned today evening. That got cancelled as well. It will be very sad if the balloon ride also gets cancelled. I looked up in different weather apps, AccuWeather, Meteo Blue, then windy. They're all saying that by late afternoon the wind should go down. I seriously hope that is what happens and we are able to do the balloon ride tomorrow. But if not, what else can I say? Wish of Mother Nature. We can't do more.
Welcome to Le Mirage Desert Resort and Spa. We'll stay here for one night. It's a beautiful resort. Let me show you around.
pretty neat, isn't it? Very beautiful. One thing that we figured out from the manager of the hotel is that this was actually not built as a castle. It's actually a very modern construction built somewhere like 10, 12 years back. They actually built it like a castle. I think it's a very good idea, very innovative. Again, as it is middle of nowhere, the sky is pretty dark. So I wish to do a Milky Way time lapse with the hotel as an object, with the stars moving. Should be pretty nice. I wish I had the tilt and shift lens with me that will keep the parallel lines of the hotel perfectly perpendicular to the ground. But I don't have it, cannot carry everything, right? So hopefully I will manage to do something decent with whatever I have. Let's see. Our time at the castle is up. Now we will hit the road and go to our last destination of this region. So let's go, and on the way we show you some beautiful visuals. Our next and last lodge of the region is called Toulouse Lodge. A lodge middle of nowhere, but I predicted it to be in a very interesting setting. Welcome to Toulouse Lodge. Kind of a little place, middle of nowhere. Our next destination, Ludritz, is a bit far from here, and we had one extra day. So that was a perfect opportunity to enjoy some wilderness.
The lodge is fairly basic, but the interesting part is its location. And of course, Abhishek is enjoying his dark magic.
And finally, you will be able to enjoy the full astro time-lapse sequence taken in this Namib Desert region. So, stay tuned. But before that, we will explore this region with the best possible golden light. Pretty incredible, isn't it? All those landscapes, they all feel like created in a harmony. The light here is so pure. The sunset, sunrise, night sky, it's unbelievable. Anyway, as always, we're super hungry now after whole days of running around, photographing, and early start of the day. So we will go and get something to eat, and after that, hit the bed. While we do that, good night, and we'll let you enjoy the amazing night sky of Namib Desert. That concludes our visit to the most iconic landscapes of Namibia, the Namib-Naukluft National Park. What a stunning piece of landscape. We feel privileged to be able to explore and experience such natural beauty and to be able to share it with you all. We have enjoyed it thoroughly, the same way we did back in 2017. And we hope that you have also enjoyed it the same way we did. And if you did so, please give us a thumbs up. That really means a lot to us. And if you have not done it already, please subscribe and press that bell icon to get notification of our upcoming adventures. So ciao for now and see you at Ludzritz to explore and experience some ghosty locations.